I'm in City Cemetery in Brighton, also known as Bear Road Cemetery locally. It's actually City Cemetery. And as you can see from the sign, there are Commonwealth war graves in here. But it's a bit of an understatement because there are 400 soldiers from World War I and II buried in here. "16 of them are German. And in fact there's a lot of nationalities in here. I've seen Polish, definitely things like Canadian. There you go, it's Canadian. And I'm pretty sure there's Czech. Oh, there you go, Belgium. This is World War I, October 29th, 1914. The other Belgian, M1914 and 1914. Yeah, so this is the first bit you come into, just under the big cross there. These are all World War I. Except that one, which must have been there before. Oh, that headstone there as well, that's 1873, 1884. But besides those odd ones, they're all World War I. Now just behind here and further up is the communal burial place. So a lot of people don't have headstones up there. Wow, look at that blossom tree. But on this side of the road you have got some other headstones, all newer ones from this. Looks interesting. Dear husband Robert Jeffrey Waddell, Lieutenant, can't make out that word, 17th Scottish Rifles, died June 2nd 1938 at the Officers Hospital Brighton, age 58. Just off Middle Avenue, you've got this area which I think may be Catholic. There's a few quite religious headstones and a few Italian names, so that might be a bit of a stereotype, but I believe so. And then further up here, there's, just up there, there's a big burial place for nuns, which I will go to. Now this one, this little group over here, something. Okay, maybe soldiers who've died, not in the wars because it's too late, but they're all lieutenants. 1953, 1960. 1950 as well. Okay, there you go. This is the grave for the Sisters of Mercy, Brighton. Not the Leonard Cohen song, not the goth band, but the actual Sisters of Mercy. And the most recent burial on here, 2021. Ludwig Müller, 1919. Bosch. That's quite new, that one. It's 1918 though. Peter Moll. So that's the German war graves. Just on the other side of this bush is the Brighton Jewish cemetery. Again, we'll go to soon this year. There's a couple of well-known people in there. There's an author. I'm sure it's more than that. But as you can see, if you can see that, the Jewish cemetery is just back to back with headstones. That's one of 3 Jewish cemeteries in Brighton and Hove. You've got the old one, which is where Henry Solomon, the first police chief, died. I've done a video on him. Yeah, there you go. That's up Florence Place. Then you've got one off Hove Cemetery. And you've got this one here. But I'm heading over to those Commonwealth war graves. So I found some more German war graves, and these are all from World War II. So the 16 graves down there are World War I, and then you got 16 World War II graves. As to the air raid wardens, Brighton Borough Police, died 1943. John Gibbs, Brighton air raid warden. 3 graves here to Air Raid Warden William Haler, Police Constable Frank Barker, died World War II, and Fire Watcher John Gibbs. And a couple more a little bit further up. War Reserve Constable Harold Stone, 1942. War Reserve Constable Lawrence Holford, 1941. And then you have World War II, graves. another big cross. Some of these look like they've been replaced recently, so that's good. So you've got 3 Polish forces here. Now to the person that commented in the other video, this is the grave of your husband's uncle, J. Dubicki. I hope I pronounced that right. So it's just here. You got some more British ones next to him, and the cross in the background. Got a Welsh one here. But as you can see, there's quite a few. Canadian. So I'm going up here because these are the memorials to blind veterans. St Dunstan's is a local place in Brighton, where blind veterans go, you know, if they need care. And obviously these are people that fought and survived, maybe were blinded in the war, maybe went blind after, I'm not sure. But there's a lot of headstones to veterans up here, as well as this. This is where they put the St Dunstaners whose cremated remains are strewn in the garden. And there's a lot of names. So you've got the Tank Regiment, Royal Artillery, RAF, more St Dunstan's graves. So I'm going to try and quickly record in the Baha'i section just up here, and then have a look at one grave in the children's section, but my battery is very low, so I might not last. My camera did die, and this is 5 days later. So coming back up here, just in this, a soldier of the 1939 to 1945 war. That's sad. One of the people they can identify, obviously. So now I'm walking back up to the Baha'i section. This is the Baha'i section, and there's not a lot of headstones. Got what? 5. There is this in the middle. Some newer headstones up here. Just at the top there where the trees are is the natural section of the scattering of ashes. Beautiful view of Brighton from up here. Now this part is also a child burial section. And this last grave is Karen Hadaway and Nicky Fellows, two friends that were murdered in 1986. A very famous and sad local story. The guy who did it only got prosecuted for it years later, decades later. That was City Cemetery. Relatively new cemetery compared to Woodvale and the extramural cemetery. Alright, till next time. Ciao.